What's up, friends? It is a work day for me, so I got my work clothes on. As you can see, they're a little dirty, but I wanted to essentially sit down with you for a few minutes and ask you, should you really study theology? Is there really a purpose to it? Actually, yes. You should absolutely study theology. Why? Because it helps you get to know God better. Really. Think about it this way. When you met your significant other, your spouse, what did you do? Did you just go up to her or him and go, I love you, let's get married, and then you live happily ever after? No, you got to know one another. You spent time together. You learned about them, right? Maybe you looked through old picture books and you heard stories of their family. Maybe you talked to their grandparents or their parents, and you learned about what they did when they were little and how they grew up, and all of these different things that helped you get to know your significant other better and fall more in love with them. So that's really what theology is. Theology is the study of God. You study God. You learn about him. You learn about his ways. You learn about what he's done in the past. You get to know him, right? That's what we do. Theology isn't just for those guys who go to seminary and have, PhDs and all these different letters behind their name or who lead churches. Every single Christian is a theologian. Now, we may not be good ones, but you only become good by studying more. That's what you should be doing. The study of God opens up so much because you get to know him better. You get to know about him. You get to know his mind and his heart. You study his word. That is, again, theology. You read it, you dive into it, you get into the original language, you get into the culture, you get into the time period. It allows you to understand him not only in the past, but in the present and moving into the future. So should you study theology? Absolutely. Matter of fact, one of my favorite things to do, it is absolutely my favorite thing to do, is study theology. And I don't just mean open the Bible and read it. That is very important to do. You should absolutely do that. But I also study the doctrines of the church. I study church history. I study apologetics. I study different aspects of, the Christian faith so that I can get to know God better. So my friends, do yourself a favor. Maybe buy a theological book. I can recommend some. You can go, you can go to theologyfortherestofus.substack.com and you can get free theological training. Totally free from 10 different places. Just go up to the free resource tab